Good afternoon. I'd like to call the Public Safety Committee meeting for May 7th to order. I'm Steve Havey, your chairman. The first thing on the agenda is a roll call, please.
Mr. Havey.
Here.
Mr. Stockin.
Here.
Mr. Barnes.
Present.
Mr. Bissett.
Here.
Mr. Demick.
Here.
Mr. Veely.
Here.
Mrs. Ricketts Swales.
Here.
And Mr. Harris. 7 present.
Thank you. We have an approval of minutes from April 2nd. I'd like a motion, please.
Barnes.
Thank you, sir. And a second?
Demick will second that.
Thank you. Any discussion on those minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And those are approved. Thank you. It is my understanding that our district attorney, Mr. Ian Jones, and our public defender, Mr. J.R. Santana Carter, are in court and cannot appear today. But that's okay. We want them to do what it is they do. That brings us all the way to Mr. Peter Degnan, our conflict defender. You are here to bring what? The pizzazz? Is that what you bring?
Yes.
I thought so.
So,
Oh, could you turn your mic on, please? Thank you.
thanks. So we did about the same as we did last month, 67. We are going to add our advice files in the future, so that's really another 5. Everything's, from our perspective, is going good. We're really almost to 50 attorneys on the panel, which is really pretty extraordinary. I want to say it's my dynamic personality, but I think they like working here. I think they like the county. It's been going so far so good. Knock on, I guess, wood. So
Excellent. Yeah, I have looked at your report. Nothing jumps out that we need to discuss. I do wonder what custody and visitation is, however. 64 year to date.
Yeah, so that's if people file a petition for custody and family court, so just that they want to have the child live with them versus the other parent. So that would be the custody, or their visitation schedule is off. They want to change the visitation schedule, so that'd be a modification of visitation. So that's basically what the custody and visitation is. And that, just as an FYI, that's family court is where we go through the most attorneys, because people like to come to family court for some reason, and that creates a lot of conflicts, and
Yeah, I could see
it's
that.
there.
Well, what's the turnaround time? So if you're not happy in family court and you want to go back again,
Well, it's very exciting, because even if you're leaving the courthouse, you can then file a new petition.
that's right.
So, it is very exciting.
So, hence the need for so many attorneys. And,
Yes.
the sad part there is that it's does nothing for the children involved.
Absolutely
It's
not.
just a big wheel, and keep the wheel turning for those that are unhappy and have free attorneys.
Yeah.
There's no residency requirement for your attorneys. Isn't that helpful?
It's really helpful. It could be, I think maybe we have 1 or 2, if that are from the county. It would be impossible to do it if we had to do it in county.
And unfortunately for us, the county attorney office has to represent the folks, the other side, and is that correct, in family court, or no?
Well, that's mostly neglect. Some neglects, right?
So the Department of Social Services legal counsel or my office have to represent in the abuse neglects primarily, and then any child support matters which require
Right.
county representation, and then as well as any
So we
additional court
kind of
matters.
get to represent both sides.
You, on all matters, really.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah. If you ever get sick of paying, just come down.
Thank you.
Wow. Any other questions for Mr. Degnan? All right, very good. Well done. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, here's a busy gentleman, Mr. Bill Day, sir. Have you been busy recently, sir?
No, it's been quiet.
I'm sure.
No, my shoes are not wet right now. They were earlier. So I guess I did send in something, I don't know, did you guys get the addition for the storms from Monday night?
I got it. I didn't have a chance to go over it, though. I apologize.
Okay, no, it's just a preliminary stuff that went on Monday night into Tuesday. Most of the damage was in the northeast end of the county. Alman, Canasarega, Birdsall. There's been some other damage reported. We were out looking today in the town of Alfred. Independence has some, Wellsville has a little bit. As of 7 o'clock Tuesday morning, there were 55 calls into the 911 center for assistance, either flooded basements, flooded roadways, trees down, electrical hazards, any sort of that nature. No injuries during this.
No, that's
remarkably.
fortunate.
One lady was transported from Canasarega. It was just to make sure. She'd been in the water for a short period of time, but the water is still very cold. So they just wanted to make sure there was no issues with hypothermia. She did go to noise with, I believe she was probably discharged shortly after. So I didn't get any report from her. That was the only person that was required any medical attention. Bonnie's out, so she won't be here today. She
Okay.
is out in, I believe, in Canasarega, doing damage assessments with their highway superintendent. So, does anybody got any questions on my report?
Real quick, Bill,
Yeah.
might be a little early, but is there any preliminary thoughts on any other damage throughout the state at all that would bring in any kind of,
I haven't heard
Thoughts?
anything. Ironically, Steuben County had very little stuff this time. I did talk to their fire coordinator early on Monday, and their problems were only in Canastillo, a little bit in Greenwood. Livingston County did get hit apparently harder than we did, which stands to reason they're right above Canasarega, so. I have not heard anything from them though yet.
so you only got a couple of counties, we probably won't hit a
Looks like-
threshold.
I don't, it's a long ways away, yeah, 36 billion. It's a long ways away.
Okay, let us know if you, whatever you hear.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Anything else anyone would like to ask Mr. Day on his report? Okay.
Anything for Bonnie on her report?
Well, I wasn't going to put you on the spot with Bonnie's report, but
That's all right.
if there's anything that...
She would do it for me, so I might as well.
She
stand up
would
for her.
indeed, and I've asked her to before, as a matter
Sure.
of fact. For the folks here on the committee, is there anything on Bonnie's report that Bill can clear up for us? She's got quite a list of things going on here.
It is in there. We did just have the Tier 3 training, and I believe all the legislators went through it.
We went through one earlier this year.
Yeah, so we just offered that back April 23rd for all the highway superintendents, I believe, or town
good.
supervisors, and the storm that just went through. This would have been very helpful education for them in this incident.
Indeed. Anything else for Mr. Day? Thank you, sir. I guess you are
All right,
excused.
thank you.
Thanks for all you do. We appreciate it. Okay, since we don't have Bonnie, Mr. Scott Grantier, our probation director, is one or the other. Mr. Grantier, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Submitted the monthly report. Nothing of note really to point out from my end. I did indicate that our juvenile intake referrals are down, which is not uncommon this time of year as we surprisingly wind down the school year, but I anticipate those will be steady through the summer and into the fall when school returns to session. So,
Okay.
any questions on the monthly report?
Anybody on the committee? Nothing jumps out at me. Normally, I will ask you a silly question, but I'm pretty good this time. Anybody with a question?
I just comment.
Yes, sir, please.
I attended the Stop WI thing you had there, and that was awesome. Very good presentation. Sheriff, thank you very much for your help in that. But, hopefully the students take something away from that. And
Yeah.
Thank you to your department for putting that on and doing an excellent job with it.
Absolutely. I kind of wanted to save that to the end, but thank you for bringing that up. Next month, we're just a few days out of the event itself. We're gaining some feedback, most importantly, maybe from the students themselves to see how this went. And I'm really just the messenger here. Supervisor Jessica McKnight, Tim Hand from the Sheriff's Department, Scott Lamphere, and so many others are really the ones putting this together. And probation has had Stop DWI for 2 years, and I think it's growing at a great pace, and it's getting more involvement. And those people really are the people to thank. And I'd like to request, if with permission, for next month's agenda to have maybe Jessica and Tim and Scott come in and do kind of a recap. I know the students at Genesee Valley put together a kind of a video montage of the event, much like we did last year, and they've got some great momentum with this. So I'd be thrilled to have them be able to stand up here and speak to all the work they did. They did a great job.
With the chair's permission here,
Go ahead, sir.
myself and Gretchen Hanchett also attended the program. And like I say, I've been to a number of them over the years, and I thought that this certainly had a lot more professional presentation. It was I thought, very good. And many thanks to all the people that helped out, all the volunteers especially. And it seems like if I had one suggestion, there wasn't any programs per se, and I would suggest that maybe have a program for people, but it wouldn't have to be fancy, but some sort of program. And then one comment on Stop DWI, to me, it seems to be a perfect fit in your department. So thank you for all your endeavors on that front. Scott, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Very good.
Yeah, I couldn't be more happy with how it's developed. In 2 short years, it's really grown. And again, it's a team effort, and I'm just the messenger here. There's a lot of hard work going on behind the scenes, but I like how it's engaging more and more aspects of emergency services, and we're getting more involvement, and it gives students who are involved with EMT fire training as junior firemen an opportunity to kind of, there's a recruitment factor, at least of interest, for our young people to become volunteers and get involved. And
Well,
I don't want to say everything because I want to save some for.
it focuses them on a general awareness of the program and what the negative results can be of that behavior.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Sir.
Scott,
Yes.
has anyone from your DWI group found a seat on that traffic safety board yet?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Glad to hear that.
I've attended the last two as a board member. We've had discussions about sharing the traffic safety board booth at the fair this summer and really kind of promote what we're doing, because it's a perfect fit. And I see the momentum going in all areas. I just couldn't be happier with it. So.
Okay. Gretchen, go ahead.
I'll reiterate, the event was very nice. I couldn't stay the whole time. I was also working there. But I think very early on there was programs, but the turnout there the auditorium was filled. So I know I handed mine back to hand out to somebody else. So it was a great event. Thank you.
Yeah. I would really appreciate it and look forward to maybe Jessica, Tim, and some of the. I'm really, again, just the messenger. They're the ones that are really driving this, and in June maybe they come up and do a little bit more in depth of some of the feedback we've gotten from the community, which this is all about. So.
Yeah, if you can put together a presentation on that, we would be delighted to see it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Graduation time probably be appropriate.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, any questions on the report before we get into other things? Okay, we have one piece of business I guess we have to do.
Yes, I've submitted for your review and consideration of request to fill for a probation officer assistant. This is a open position that is currently funded in the 2025 budget. And we're looking to, this is just part of the general overall succession planning, moving forward with the department.
Okay.
You'll move it.
Thank you very much. And a second?
Demick will second it.
Thank you. Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that is carried. Excellent. Anything else, sir?
I'll just note, May and June are going to be very busy with applications for grant funding for 2025-26. So you'll see a lot of me at the next couple meetings with some MOEs and such.
Excellent.
And I did want to, I think you've asked me a couple times regarding SCRAM, and I think I've stumbled over that answer pretty badly, but it's Secure Constant Remote Alcohol Monitoring is the acronym SCRAM, which is the bracelet that's worn that can detect alcohol consistently as long as the individual's wearing that. And we have utilized that at some extent, but I don't think I gave you the best answer I could have to that question, so I wanted to just get it in
Thank you.
writing so I could read it.
Legislator Barnes and I struggle with acronyms. Perhaps some other folks do as well. Okay, if there are no more.
I got another question, just briefly. Is there anything, is youth court still entity or not, or?
It's on the, it's in the works. We do have a plan. I need to meet with the county administration as far as how we're gonna, but I think it's crucial in talking to all stakeholders, a very needed and valuable program in the county. And we'd love to see it resurface and
I fell by the wayside during COVID, and
Yeah.
of course with the changes in the laws.
Yeah.
That it might, I don't know. I'm just, it might be more viable today than ever before.
yeah. And we're seeing several great models in similar sized counties across the state that are having great success with the youth courts, and we'd love to see it back here. That's one of my priorities.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Thank you, sir.
Yep, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Okay, we have next our sheriff, Scott Cicerello. Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon. You have my report. Any questions before we get into things?
Yeah, there's a lot in the report, too. We have awards.
It's a big one this month.
Promotions. A lot of good stuff in there. Any questions on the report?
I don't have a question, but I appreciate the addition of the dollar figures with the feds and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a lot of questions about that. I thought this is probably the best way to address it. So,
Good, thank you.
Yeah,
Yep.
we appreciate that info.
real quick, I'd like to add, just to reiterate what Scott Grantier had to say. I was a part of the impact panel the other day at the school. 564 kids, I heard, was the final number. That's the largest one I've been a part of over the years, and I've done this for many, many years. It takes a lot to get something like this off the ground. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of work behind the scenes to make it happen. And we get a lot of questions, is it worth the expenditure of the effort? If it saves one life, it's worth everything that we do and then some.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't say enough about Scott Grantier, his office, Jess McKnight, Tim Hand from my office, and Scott Landfear from MTS. They were all integral in getting this done. I was a part of last year's and this year's. They're both great independently. They're both different. I think it's good to maybe alternate and have a little bit different look. But I was very happy to be a part of it, and I think it was very impactful. I hope that it continues. We had our award ceremony. I sent out a notice just letting all of you know I appreciate the legislators that came. Legislator Hanchett, Legislator Demick, and of course, Chairman Havey. We appreciate you and your support. We're very proud of our award recipients and our retirees. We hope that this is a tradition that will continue for years to come. Any other questions before we move on?
I just want to comment really quick on the ATAG group.
Sure.
You know, this fills a gap that we've had in serving the public for the longest time. I'm so pleased that that you folks have put this together, and for those who aren't familiar with ATAG, I won't go into it, but there's a 2-sheet report here on it, and it tries to identify threats before they become threats, and I think it's real important.
One of the biggest issues with ATAG, in general, with what we're trying to accomplish, there's a lot of barriers between resources and agencies. The idea behind this team is to have representatives from each niche, each genre, so we can effectively work together to solve problems. And sometimes it's hard to solve a problem that hasn't happened yet, but we're finding early intervention is really the key in a lot of these situations. And having representatives from all of these different organizations, groups, hospitals, clergy, everybody in the same room, we really do get some very good responses and some good ideas on solutions. It's been very effective. I'm very proud of this program. I think it's something that has been a long time coming. I hope it continues.
Chairman?
Yes.
Oh, Mrs. Hanchett.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about the award ceremony. That was the first one that I had gone to. But the pride in their families, it was not only for them, but their families. And I think that just made the whole award ceremony well worth it. So it was a great job. But it was quite moving. So,
Indeed.
I appreciate that.
thank you.
Did I miss the crime victims advocates ceremony down at the,
Did you miss it?
yeah? Was it last Friday? Oh, okay. Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that'd be in next month's report, right?
Well, that's not my job to report on that. That's the crime victim ceremony. So that's Shannon Ozella's job.
I was at your office. I thought you had,
We host a lot of events that I don't report on.
well, you were there. So I thought maybe,
Yeah, I think if Shannon wants to provide a report, she'll provide a report.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Other questions?
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, yes, sir.
Just back to the ICE and other federal, you say you brought in 130 grand. Was there any transportation fees you had to pay out of that?
Not for ICE, but for federal. We do some transportation for federal, and that is reimbursed, mileage reimbursed, and personnel reimbursed.
So that's pure profit for us then, huh?
Yes, it
Looks
is.
like.
Yep.
Okay, keep it up. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, I guess we have some business to do then, huh?
We do.
What's first for you?
Well, let's see here. How about the MOE for accepting grants? And it's accepting the CARES Up grant for New York State Office of Mental Health.
He'll move it.
And a second? Somebody?
Stocking.
Okay. Any discussion on this? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that is carried.
The next is authorization to apply for a grant. It's for the SFY 2025 Next Generation 911 Grant Program. It's for a total of $1.266,796,000. It's a grant that we apply for every year, and we generally receive that share. We're just asking for authorization to apply for the grant.
He'll move it.
Thank you. And a second?
Demick will second.
Thank you. Discussion on this grant. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that is also carried. Okay.
We're looking to fill a vacancy for a deputy sheriff sergeant due to retirement. It's existing in the budget.
Stockton moves.
Thank you. And a second? Thank you. Discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is carried. And lastly, we have,
Corrections officer vacancies, asking for permission to fill those due to promotions, separation of service, and retirements.
okay,
Demick will move it.
thank you. And a second?
Brissette.
Thank you. Questions? Not seeing any. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that is carried also. Thank you, sir.
That's all I have.
Well done. Okay, we are down to unfinished business. Anybody have any new business? Well, actually, I do. I didn't forget. I want to let you guys go first. I'm so polite, it scares me. Okay. What we have is, I would like the committee to ask the county attorney to prepare the pending animal cruelty law for public safety at the next public safety meeting, at which time we will discuss it. And could I have a motion for that?
Barnes.
Thank you. And a second?
Brissette.
Thank you. Discussion on that?
That's for possible, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right. It's not finalized till it goes through the legislature, as you know. All right. Other questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? And thank you, ma'am. Okay. Anything for the good of the order? All right. We're going to be going into executive session shortly, and we're going to have, not going to have any business after that, only the adjournment. We're going to be going into executive session for the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation, or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion. Whoops, I went too far. Stop at corporation. That's what I'm going to do. And I'd like to have the county attorney remain because we're going to need her. And clerk of the board, please. And I need a motion for that.
Stockton.
Thank you. And a second?
Demick will second.